All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take apart our Skunk2 throttle body. This is a 64 millimeter unit. I think you could port this to a 68 if you wanted to, but for my application, it's just gonna be the 64. Now I chose a 64 because my bottom end and my head, it's stock, so there's really no need. And Toby, my tuner, says it's not necessary because, well, you're not gonna need that. So over here we got our Skunk2 official seal of approval from Skunk and blah blah blah. More parts, sticker, installation instructions, and gaskets somewhere, bolts. Interesting. Okay. Oh, the gasket's in here. So on this side we have the throttle body itself, plastic. Put this over here. So this is our 64 mil throttle body, and it looks fine, actually. Looks good. On over here on the back, I'm just gonna put a little bit of a red thread lock. Not that it's gonna make much of a difference. These look like they're staked down, so it should be fine. And it looks pretty damn good. Some people say that these will stick a little bit, but I don't actually feel that. And I've had plenty of Skunk products on my cars, specifically like my Hondas. And no issues there. Paper gasket for the throttle body itself, and then this looks like it's for the idle air control unit that goes to the bottom, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, looks like it is. And this is the bottom adapter, and both looks like they're hard anodized. Yeah, it looks like they're hard anodized. More crap and instructions. So there's our throttle body, our bottom end plate. This looks like it's probably for the TPS, throttle positioning sensor, and bolts. Might as well take out the bolts too. Bam. So that is our throttle body setup, 64 mil. So if you go with a 68, you can port the manifold, because I think the manifolds port match to 64. So yeah, looks pretty dang good. Didn't expect anything less. So put these guys aside. Over here, we're gonna assemble this after. Bolts. Nothing else in here. Certification paper, and look at that. They even tell you wiring and what goes where, and then the TPS spacer rotor adapter, idle control valve spacer. Sweet. So now on to the Intake Mani itself. Intake Mani. The funny thing is, I stopped by Skunk yesterday and they literally made this on the spot because they had none in stock that was assembled. So this was made on the spot, and I waited literally 2 hours to get this thing made. So check this out. There's the Mani, and then in here looks like we have our gaskets and broken styrofoam. Looks like they were in a hurry to get this thing out, so nothing else in this box. So the manifold itself looks pretty decent. I mean, this isn't as clean as I thought it would be, but I mean, that's just the flat machining. And on this side, looks like burrs. Inside looks all right. out here has got a bunch of imperfections for sure. Look at that. Oh, imperfection there, imperfection there. Wow, this one's actually not that clean, to be honest. You can take this apart too if you have like a naturally aspirated built engine. You could add plenum spacers on here to space these out for more volume. I think it's like ½ a liter or something. So this is the Skunk Intake Mani, and then it comes with miscellaneous hoses, and then this plenum gasket that they have. People say don't use them because they crack and stuff happens, so I might just reuse the OEM one. Over here in this corner there is a defect. I'm not sure if it's visible, but it's right there. There's a giant gouge right above it, right there on the left, right here. And on this side, this bottom side, you can see this giant gouge right here. It's pretty deep. I mean, enough that my finger catches on it. And over here, little gouges. Same with here. And these are things that you can see. So that's a no-go for me. And on this side, there's a giant line right here. And it's a deep gouge. I'm talking about like my finger could go in there. The deep gouge there. And it just keeps going. I don't know what happened to this setup, but it's not good. Let's see here if we can get a different angle on this. You can kind of see that right there. This giant gouge. Machining right here. Not sure if that's even visible, but you see that, the machining right there? Looks like a crack, but it's not. It looks like it's just flaking. And yeah, man. And on the mating surfaces here, check this out. It looks like it's unfinished. This is still like rough casting, and this is smooth. I'm sure that's not gonna make a difference because the smooth surface right here is smooth, so it's fine, but it still looks like, you know, it doesn't look like a skunk product that's worth, I don't know how much this is. Right there too, unfinished. And that right there is pretty tough looking. And you know, if you pay good money for a manifold like this, you expect good results. This looks pretty rough. I've machined my own parts before, so I know how they should look. I'm not knocking on Skunk. I'm not sure what happened to this setup, but it might just be a one-off thing. And you see this shining right here, this imperfection as well. And that's visible when you install it on the car. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. Definitely not gonna install it because I like the best on my car, and you know, these imperfections will show. So I might return this, get another one, or polish it, or I'm not sure. I'm really not sure yet. But regardless, I'm gonna post this video because this is something that you guys need to be careful of. I mean, if you see a part like this and you get it in the mail, and say you're not within a driving distance of Skunk, say you're in Alabama or something, don't accept it, man. Just return it. And over here too, you can kind of see more gouging inside the ports right there, like someone was in a hurry. And I'm sure that Skunk didn't make this in their own factory. You know, this is outsourced. Everyone outsources most of their stuff, so this is a pretty rough part. I wouldn't sell this if I made this, because you know, my reputation on the line, I wouldn't bet on it. But you can see the imperfections here. Come on, focus. See that? Right there. If I flip this over, you kind of see it better, but the camera sometimes won't focus. So anyways, I don't think I'm going to install this thing today. I really wanted to do this install today, but I think it's more delays for the project. All right, so we have a new shipment here from Flying Miata. This literally just came in like 2 seconds ago. So this is the turbo inlet throttle body side, and they deleted the bung for the sensor hole right here. And that was an issue before because the sensor bung would come loose under high boost and fail, which means you blow up your engine. So they redesigned it, and that's not there anymore. And what they do give you is this pipe. So this pipe, you can kind of drill and tap, and then you can just bolt the sensor right on there. Right. So we're now driving back to Norco, to Skunk, and we'll see if they take this thing back, because this looks like... So what you're hearing right now is my semi-solid motor mounts from Hossport. I'm driving my Integra, and this is kind of my daily. A lot of people wonder what I drive as a daily. I'm just driving a cheapo, reliable Integra. And look, neighbor has a Miata as well. Looks like a old school, like 1.6. Looks like an NA6. So we're driving back to Skunk, and it's in Norco. It takes about an hour and a half to get there from where I live, and that sucks ass because I just burnt gas yesterday, and I'm burning more gas today because of their error. So I'm gonna go see what they think about this, and I wanna know if they wanna take this thing back or if they're used to this stuff, because that looks pretty bad. And I've had other manifolds from them previously, like I said, for my Hondas, and I've never had an issue. So I'm actually quite surprised. So if they don't take this thing back, or I don't know, give me something better, I'm just gonna return it and rock the stock manifold. I don't really need to run this manifold for the power output that I'm looking for, because 300 wheel horsepower, under that, the stock manifold handles it no problem. The only thing I'll probably keep is the throttle body, because the stock throttle body that we have a tendency to fall apart, probably more so in boost applications than NA. So we'll see how it goes, but I am pretty sad about that. Now I have to burn 2 hours out of my day, or 3 hours actually, because the guy's probably gonna take forever to get out there. Like yesterday, I didn't film it, but I was out there literally for an hour before I got tired of waiting, and I called the guy from their lobby through my phone, and he answered quickly, and I was like, hey man, there are 2 people out here waiting for service, and no one's out in the lobby. And he was like, oh, okay. So he came out and helped us, but it literally took me 2 hours to just buy this part. So we'll see how long this takes. I'll probably burn my whole day today trying to get this thing resolved, because yeah. Wow, dude, this sucks. We're literally going 5 miles an hour, and I still have another hour to go. Damn you, Skunk2! We went through the whole thing. We found a good one. Well, I got my new manifold, and we're just about to leave Skunk right now, or I think they call themselves Group A. And good experience. The guys are pretty nice. Dr. Charles himself showed me around the shop, and Douglas is a great help. He literally went to the back with me, and we unboxed, I don't know, 10, 15 manifolds, and they all have some sort of blemish. I don't know, that's just a thing from their manufacturer, I guess. So, I mean, not a big deal. Maybe I'm very picky, and some of you guys might not care, but I did get some messages from other Miata guys saying that they've had similar experience with their manifold, but it performs fine. So if you're racing your car and you're not a crybaby like me about the visuals, then you'll be okay. So we got this guy here, and I gotta go meet Bill to pick up some gaskets and whatnot. All right. It is almost 7 p.m. I just got back, and that was a long ass drive. Okay. Well, we couldn't find a perfect manifold, but we got one pretty close to decent, so we really had no choice. They were all produced like that, and maybe I'm just too anal, or maybe everyone should be anal, but here, let's take a look at the one that I got. Okay, so this is the one that I got, and it's way better than what we unboxed. So here it is. It's clean enough. It still has these like little dings here, imperfections in areas that I care not to mention, but the gouges back here, it's kind of minimized. I mean, it's still kind of there. You see it? It's hard to see, but you know what? My car isn't perfect, and I think this will be fine. I hope. I'm wondering what size hardware they used here, because maybe I could use mine. I have a thing for not using black oxide. Black oxide likes to corrode, and yeah, I'd rather not. But interesting though. They have some paint residue right here, so is this painted? Or is it blasted? It's kind of weird. Look, there's like paint here. Weird. Maybe they did spray this with some sort of paint. Yeah, they did. There's overspray right here that I can scratch off. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, whatever.